Last episode, Group participated in a big face-off between 5 West Blue gangs, the 5 families. Well, Capone left right away, but we will come back to him in a second. Basically, the 7 sisters dominated the fight, with Joy literally erasing the league out of existence with her smile. Our group took out the menu and such. The fight ended. During the fight, Damien found out that the black armor was fake. The group wanted to stop the sisters, but they had better things to deal with, like saving that goldfish lady from that bald pirate. Main 3 and Tyga met up with Capone outside the theater while Damien was backstage investigating about the fake armor. Capone made a deal with the group by telling where the goldfish woman for meeting him at the docks later the day. Damien called the group and the Prince of Armor led them to the beach where the prince cut off. Later they go deal with the Hito pirates that bought the fish woman, and it turns out that Bradley recognizes their Jolly Roger. Their leader is Who-Man, and their whole shtick is that they hate everything unhuman. They bring them to the ship and free Goldie. They meet up with Capone. It turns out it's him who poisoned Mayor because he wanted to heat up the beef between gangs even more. Beige offers them a deal. 101 allies with some other mafia family and takes on the 7 sisters, while Capone takes on the gang that group allied with. Our boys agree and decide to ally with the menu. Capone tells them where their home base is. They shook goodbyes, and now let's get back to the 7th episode. Group starts off by going back to theater and bringing back the Monarch and Ron McDon, who is now just Ron. They get back there, pick up the auction items, and tell the fast food couple about their wish to see their boss. Kai tries to become new clown and starts juggling things around, picking Ron's clown nose that was passed through generations to him from his grandpappy. Tyga is very amazed by Kai. Eventually, he gets hit by the Whopper and blacks out. The menu's boss's name is Rorden Gamsay, but they call him the Master Chef. Also, Bradley suggests to become mimes since he likes mimes a lot. Tyga as well. He says that after the legendary mime pirates went missing, there is a new wave of mime pirates that follow in their footsteps. In the end, they head back to the ship and sail off to the Plate, their home base. While they were sailing, individual members did their own things. Damien went under upper deck and just started exploding barrels. Damien felt anger, I assume because of the armor, mostly, and Mr. Quackington came in and calmed the fella down by confusing him with his not understandable language. Kai at the same time was looking at his spear and thinking back to Joy. Tyga was a little jealous there, but then the topic changed to his spear. Mako's spear turns out to be one of the 7 legendary fisherman's tools, and Kai basically has a Sanji Luffy moment at Verity where Sanji tells him about his dream about the All Blue. Kai tells Tyga about his dream about finding every single fisherman tool that was in a certain fairy tale about a fisherman defeating a giant sea king. Kai also mentions that this tale was not as popular as Nolan the Liar one. That was pretty cool that they mentioned that. Eventually they reach the Plate. Even though the island looks like a bowl, they enter the docks, where a certain man in a green suit and yellow bow tie meets them. Ron explains everything, and the man's name is Wei. They go through the fast food district, which is considered the lowest of the low. Then they enter the restaurants area. Wei then leaves them as it's prohibited for him to go further. Then they enter 5 Michelin Star Boulevard and further to the chef's palace. 2 guards that just look like waiters greet them, and they move up the long staircase up to the giant dining area. On the other side of the table, there's sitting a man with the giant monster standing by him. That giant monster is looking like Michelin Man. And there's Rorden Gamsay, who is at first is very unfriendly, though group tells him that the 7 sisters sabotaged the auction and killed the mayor, and that made Master Chef furious. He agreed to ally with them only if they will win the competition against some of his gang members who want to prove themselves. And there come out the Olive, Little Caesar, and Panda. They will have to face them off in a cooking competition tonight at the annual cook-off. Yoken is very excited about Little Caesar and Kai is about Panda. Group wanders off. Kai with Bradley go to the cliff to catch some rare fish. They ask Popeye and he tells them that people don't hunt food around here and it's all import. After that, Kai and Bradley go up to cliff and Bradley jumps into the water to lure out the thing. He sees 2 colored fish, which is an eel-looking giant fish created by rustage. Bradley points at where the fish is and Kai, using his spear, shoots the fish right on target. They grab fish and go back to the group. Damien at the same time got to the Olive's restaurant and just took some breadsticks, which apparently she has unlimited supply of after finding bag of unlimited breadsticks. The event starts. They go to the arena and the cook-off consists of 3 stages. First is to hunt the prey. Second is to prepare the meal. And third is to actually present. The first stage starts, and the condition is that the last to land a hit on the prey gets the best part of it. And the tastiest elephant comes out. And after making sequential hits on the animal, after Bradley's secret fishman karate technique of 1,000 years of death, and Yoken finishing thing off, our group wins and gets the best part of it. The second stage starts, and Yoken asks for the elephant's tusks as well. Marines chop up the fish and the meat, making up stew, and sabotaging other teams' work. Bradley sneaks and takes off the cap of the salt, and Little Caesar dumps too much salt in it. As a nice finish, Yoken grind elephant's tusks onto the dish as tradition from her island, where they grinded boar's tusks. The third stage starts, and after tasting other team's food, Master Chef is disgusted by it since there is too much salt in it. He moves on to our group's food and sees a stew, calls it a peasant's food. He tries it and, to be continued.